Hello, this is Spencer, and this is the first Reflect and Connect. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a hiccup, so if I pause, then excuse me. Uh, um, this chapter really went on the starting fundamentals, a lot of the basics of how to start playing an instrument, how to pick it up, how to hold it. Um, it also was good for teachers starting out doing like a lesson plan. um properly assessing the kid or the child, but started out with sizing, um and what it talked about for cello was to adjust the end pin so that the scroll is near the nose. So right now it's a little bit much. I'm gonna adjust it so it's by my nose. It's kind of at nose height. And we should be able to play a minor third. And the first and third finger. Which I'm doing, but incorrectly with the thumb. But that wasn't talked about in this chapter to begin with. That's different for like the bass. The bass usually adjusted so the scroll's at the top of the forehead, but this is the cello. And make sure the instrument is on like the proper position. So like you can't like play the cello off to the side. Make sure that it's in a relatively comfortable yet good position to use your fingers and properly use the bow. Speaking of playing, and this is what I can relate to when I took cello class, for bowing at least, you have to hold it. So, like you hold the bow, make sure all your fingers are wrapped around. What I did a lot was I had the violin bow, the viola bow. And that took me a little bit to get when I was first learning how to play it. Yeah, make sure it's good. You have like nice even stroke on the string, not too close to the bridge. And then for pizzicato, to start out, imagine they were holding like a football, and then have that wrap around the neck, and then that's how you get the proper fingers to play the notes. To go more in depth with the connection part of it, with the bowing and the playing, I always had this struggle when I was playing. The basic thing, I'd have too much elbow motion when I was playing the cello, and it never really quite made a good sound. I never really took the thought to have it be to the point where actively thinking about the bowing and having it have that fluidity in my bowing. It only took now until I'm reading about it and actually the pedagogical method to teach how to bow is I'm realizing, oh, I should have done this when I was going. And then for pizzicato, for the entire time that I was in cello class, I felt like I was never right with the thing. Excuse the string. It felt like my hand was never fully right. I get you have to have it be in a certain way, but because that was my first excuse me, my first string instrument that wasn't a viola, it was a little bit awkward for me, and I never really knew the proper way. There was an analogy hold it like a football. It was just more have it be across from your middle finger, because we're not elementary school. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I summarized the chapter. I talked about something, how it related to me and my experience as a learner specifically, and how I'm going to take that and be a teacher. I'm going to try to use analogies as was talked about in class to try to get them to understand more, so it's not, oh, boring, oh, you have to lay your hand this way and make sure the first finger and the third finger and the pinky are all good and they'll line up with the second note, because that's boring gibberish. Just have it be with analogies. That was my first Reflect and Connect, so I hope it turned out okay.